What we do here is go back.
Is it still Thursday? Hey, come on, hurry up, come on. Yeah, we still got time. 5th day of the week. Things that make you go, right? Sneaking one more in on you, right? I hit you with the quickie, come right back and hit you with the double hickey, right? Who wrote the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? This is the upgrade 3.3.1. All right. Working out the kinks, some of the bugs out the system, and we want to deal with the law of Moses. Did Moses write the Bible? Did he? Because you know, if Moses wrote the Bible, then that means that Hammurabi might have wrote the Bible, because he lived before Moses. Oh my gosh. I hope we can figure it out. Matter of fact, let's go to Moses, right? Because you know how they say you're not supposed to speak down on the dead man? Right? I mean, like, even in the streets, that's G code. You don't speak down on the dead man. He ain't here to speak up for himself, man. It is what it is. Let's go holler at Moses because he spoke for himself. Right? Exodus chapter 32. What a mighty God we serve. Just like righteous Abel, the blood cried out, and him being dead yet speaketh. Woo! Exodus chapter 32. Where I'm at? 32 and 15. I got my illustrious reader as usual. I am the locksmith because knowledge is the key. But what's important is what we read. So read it.
And Moses turned and went down from the mount. And the 2 tables of the testimony were in his hand.
So this is after Moses went up on the mount and Aaron down there making the golden calf. He's like, watch out, man, I'm about to just blow them all down, Moses, and I'll get one out of you. And Moses, like, you know, he did what he had to do, and it didn't work. I mean, the Lord repented of what he was about to do, right? But we here for another reason. We want to know if Moses was up there writing out the law, and the guy was like, man, maybe you should change that. I don't know. Maybe you should do this. Hey, Moses, what you think? We should do this? Or did it happen a different way? Read.
The tables were written on both of their sides.
Yeah.
On the one side and on the other were they written.
Interesting.
And the tables were the work of God. And the writing was the writing of God, graven upon the tables.
The writing was the writing of God graven upon the tables. Right? We talked about the graven images before. Shout out to Asada Shakur. Right. This time we talking about the tables that were engraved by God. Right, and these are the 10 commandments. You go to Deuteronomy chapter 5, and it'll tell you that it was spoken by the mouth of God, and he added no more. Right, and it was written by God, the finger of God. So Tim, what happens to the law of Moses? How you gonna nail that to the cross if it was engraved with the graven of God, and he wrote on both sides, and it was the writing of God? How? I mean, wouldn't that be vanity? How is God gonna even come and say that, you know what, I was just playing? I mean, I wrote it in stone. I gave you this whole saying about things that's written in stone, but you know what? Nah, you good, don't trip. It's all good. I don't know, that's just perplexing to me. Flip over to Hebrews chapter 12, right? We still dealing with this word. We want to know who wrote this Bible. Who wrote the Bible? Hebrews chapter 12. Let's go ahead and take it from the top, verse 1, see if we can get some understanding. New Testament style. Read it.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us.
Yes, sir.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Let us run with patience the race that is set before us. And
looking unto Jesus,
who?
The author and finisher of our faith.
Oh, Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Now, again, I asked this question before, but I asked it again. What do authors do? They write books. Right? Like I said last week, have you ever met an author that didn't write a book? Right? I mean, I wrote a book before. Turn up. Right? Let's see. What was that? Hebrews 12. All right, now moving right along. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Right, back to this law of Moses, because a lot of people like throw shade on the law of Moses as if Moses went and wrote the law, as if Moses came in the thick cloud and was like, "Hey, Jesus, come on over here, man. Let me spit to you real quick, bruh." Right? Let's go ahead and see what Moses said. All right, now we seen who was the author, right? And we know that authors write books. Right? I done wrote my book. You know what I mean? Only way you get it, you'll have to send me an email and I'll shoot you a PDF jam. Okay? Because my jam ain't never been published. But I am an author because I wrote that boy out. Right? Now, Deuteronomy 32 though, we're going to see what Moses did. What's his role in this book thing? Right? Because people call it the law of Moses, so he must have something to do with something. So I ain't gonna flex on you. 32 verse 1, read them.
Give ear, O ye heavens,
yes,
and I will speak. And hear, O earth, the words of my mouth.
I'm listening.
My doctrine shall drop as the rain.
The doctrine shall drop as the rain. Right? So where's the doctrine coming from? The same place the rain comes from heaven. Of course, it's the angel flying around proclaiming it. Duh. All right, read then.
My speech shall distill as the dew.
Ooh, speech distill as the dew. The one who giving you doctrine from heaven, his speech is going to distill like the dew. Define distill.
Distill means purify. There is one more.
No thanks. I know I'm the only one who is, you know what I'm saying, follow Jesus Christ that still drinks. I know that. So I know y'all don't understand distill. Go ahead and throw up the definition of distill. Right? Distill means to purify. Right? So when you hitting this doctrine that's dropping down like the rain, and you get that speech, and you let that speech get in you, remember you eating that roll, you eating that scroll, eating that book, and you let it get up in you, it's going to purify you. Right? Just like when you distill liquor. It's going to purify it. Right? Read.
As the small rain upon the tender herb.
Yes.
And as the showers upon the grass.
Uh-huh.
Because I will publish the name of the Lord.
Yes, because I will publish the name of the Lord. This is Moses here. All right? Publish. Go on, throw up the definition of publish. Right? I ain't mad at y'all. I didn't do well in English class either. It wasn't until college that I got my verbs and my predicates together. Alright? Learned what to do with a comma after I became a teacher. Don't trip. It's all good. Right? So, Jesus Christ the author, Moses and Israel, publisher. Boy, that's airtight. Publish the doctrine from heaven, just like we said last week, Revelation 22, airtight. From Moses to Revelation. Boy, it's like glue. Boy, and it ain't over. I got one more for you. Isaiah 34. All right, one more jam real quick, and we out of here. Isaiah chapter 34. Right? How we getting this book to the man? Remember, by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses is a fact established. We got John, we got Moses, now we in Isaiah. We actually got Ezekiel too, but we in Isaiah now, chapter 34, verse 16, bro. When you get that, read that.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Yes.
No one of these shall fail.
Woo!
None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Turn up, boy. Seek out the book of the Lord. right? The angel done gave it to the man. That means it's here. By the time you see this video, the word will have been published in almost every language on the planet. So seek out the book of the Lord, read it, right? Go ahead, throw that scripture up that say that even the king is supposed to have his own copy of the book, right? Want to just throw that in there for homework. Go check that out, right? Everybody's supposed to be reading this book. I don't know why the preachers don't read the book. Maybe they read it at home, but they're not reading it to you in class and not reading it to you in church, right? And if that's the case, then why are you paying for what's not bread? In the meantime, go ahead, hit that subscribe, hit that notifications bell, like, share, comment. Why? Because I'm still the locksmith. Knowledge is still the key. And it's still Thursday. Things that make you go, Study the Bible, not the sermon. 1.